chairperson and the whole team to giving me this opportunity to talk on graft choices on revision ACL. So, in revision scenario, what do you want from our graft? First, the net it should be as good as normal size and biomechanics of the native graft. Good integration potential. It should be easy and safe on harvesting technique and limited functional impairment to the donor side, and it should be cost effective. So, what are the basket of options we have if you consider taking a graft in revision scenario? Considering that most of us we do hamstring for our primary ACL. So, if you not done hamstring is not used, you can obviously use the hamstring, but BTB, quadriceps tendon, and the peroneus longus is the autograft. Allograft options are not widely available in India, and we have some synthetic graft and xenograft are also in the basket for possibility. I'll stick to my lecture onto the autograft because most of us having the facility of autograft only. So autograft, if you divide it into two, so there is two types of autograft we can take. One is if it's a tendon only, your hamstring, quadriceps and peroneus. Along with that, your bone with the tendon, so your BTB and quadriceps tendon with the upper part of the patella. Because in revision scenario, this bone tendon graft are very important because in revision, most of the cases we deal with some kind of tunnel dilatation. So you need a very press fit graft. Your bone plug may help sometimes to get a good graft in a revision scenario. So bone patellar bone for a long time we know it's a gold standard. Still now it's a gold standard, especially in athlete patient. If it's a revision scenario, it's a very good graft. It take cares of the pivot and the anterior drawer very fast. It's a bone to bone healing compared to the semi soft tissue graft. It's a tendon to bone healing. It's a very early healing and better rotational stability. Retear rate is low, but there is some flip side also. There is a chance of anterior knee pain. If you are not careful, there may be chance of patellar fracture, patellar maltracking. There will be reported patellar tendon rupture, and there is a problem this bone plug has to be trimmed accordingly, so get it fit to the tunnel. Otherwise, there is a mismatch between the tunnel with that tunnel. And sometimes there is reports of it has a longer time to heal, return to sports. So now coming to the other, which is the new kid in the basket, is their quadriceps graft. It is a very large cross-sectional area, so it's very ideal for revision. It's excellent biomechanical strength. You can get a very long graft with a quadriceps tendon, better flexure strength compared to your hamstring, and less anterior knee pain. Like this, if you are making a standard incision, you can use your graft, see that how much long this graft can be. It can be around 100 millimeter around graft you can harvest from there. So there is another technique that Dr. Rajiv Brahman has been already described in different literature. So this is a mini open technique of harvesting this graft with a small incision over the patella. And this is the incision for the time duration. Just skip the graft. This is the incision. Then you incise the fascia over the quadriceps tendon, and then use your right angle artery transverse part to measure the diameter. You can measure that. You can get an 8 to 10 mm diameter graft very easily, and then you put your knife over there, and this is your graft. And now you release this graft from the upper part of the patella, and you harvest it with your standard tendon stripper. And after the procedure, you just have to close the you don't have the injury to the deeper part, and you have to close the paratendon for better healing. So on the downside of the quadriceps tendon, it's a very new graft, so it's not familiar. You have to master the technique. There is a chance of superior pouch injury. There is reported cases of tendon rupture, and we have to wait for the long-term studies to come for the quadriceps tendon to go. So along with the quadriceps tendon, you can use the upper part of the patella as your bone plug also, because as we see in the revision scenario, we have bone dilatation on the tunnel, especially on the femoral tunnel. You can use this plug for better fixation on the femoral side. It's a simple procedure. As we same technique we do bone patellar bone tendon, we just put a cut over there, and then we just always use the micro saw for that. Don't use your osteotome and the hammer, because there is a high risk of fracturing your patella when you use your osteotome and hammer. So this is a micro saw, is very handy over there. You just do the two horizontal cut, and then you measure the length, whichever length you are designed, around 15 to 20 mm in most cases, and then you just, this is the length, and then you just cut it from the bed with your micro saw. Always be very careful, because don't damage the upper part of the tendon. And when it is done, you can get you can pre-drill it, make a two small hole to pass your leading suture, and this is the two hole made to pass the suture on the upper pole of the patella, and then gently you just detached it from the bed. So in this technique you can get a very thick long graft and with a bone plug in it. So another thing is peroneus longus graft. A lot of people are using peroneus as a primary graft, but I personally don't use. There is a lot of debate around it. It's a very simple technique of harvesting. If your hamstring is not used, you can always use a peroneus graft. It's a good diameter graft. It's a graft complication of the few, but you have to biomechanically is a similar strength compared to the hamstring. But there is a downside, that there is some reported cases of weak ankle eversion and instability. There are some cases of nerve injury to the common peroneal nerve, and also you need a long-term follow-up for this graft. So to conclude the whole thing, so for a revision scenario, it has to be individualized, depend to the merit of the cases. But in a contact sports, the choice of graft is bone patellar bone, provided it's not been used. Quadriceps is a graft, is the new now choice of graft for the most of us for a revision scenario if you are using a soft tissue graft. Peroneus is also an option. We can always use the peroneus graft, but we can always use a hybrid graft, like you are using a scaffold or synthetic graft. Along with that, we can use our soft tissue graft along with that. But it has to be personalized and has to be a case-to-case basis depending on the merit of the case. Thank you for your kind attention.